Good morning, guys, and welcome back to New Zealand. Actually, in the last vlog, if you watched it, we said we will be on an action-packed adventure in Lake Taupo, but as you can see, our plans have changed.
Yes, because of the weather conditions. Well, first of all, we have to tell you that we planned the Tongariro Alpine Crossing here in the central part of the Northern Island. And because of the weather conditions, we had to change this a little bit, because today is Friday, so the weather is much better than tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're doing this first.
Exactly. And we now took the bus from Lake Taupo to the start of the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, and yeah, we just started. So yeah, let's hike on and see what this crossing has to offer.
Yeah, let's go.
I've tried, written down the words to say it is time. I've been waiting 5 days to explain how you make me feel inside. Baby, got it all figured out, wanna do this right.
While walking the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, you'll see 3 active volcanoes. One of them is pretty popular, Mount Ngauruhoe, aka Mount Doom of Lord of the Rings. As you're making your way up to the top, Mount Doom will always be visible on your right-hand side.
I would say now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, 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 and all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh, sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hair, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is say I love you. You don't know how I shiver inside. Doesn't show, but my nerves are inside out. It's because you're not worth less than perfection. Ooh, thought it was in my hands, now I'm all confused. Turning gold into sand, don't know what you do to me. All I know is you can take my breath away. My hand, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. Ooh, 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 and all the things that you do. Ooh, ooh, sounds like a fool, 'cause when you touch my hand, the words goes away. What I am trying to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all just goes away. The things I plan to say, oh baby,
We made
what I'm trying
it!
to do is let you know that when you touch my hand, it all goes away. The things I plan, the things I would say, now I keep rambling on. I sound so cliche. What I am trying to do is say I love you. And all the things that you do. I'm so in love with you. Ooh, ooh, it sounds so stupid now. What I am trying to do, what I am trying to do, what I am trying to do is say I love you. I'm so good at pretending.
After a short but steep descent from the summit, you'll reach the Emerald Lakes. As the name already implies, they have incredible colors to them.
Like it was going backwards. Bruises covering our walls, but they fall down. Diving deeper in the books that we read blind. Breathing in and breathing out to get smarter. Not working out for me, yeah, yeah. Got no money on my mind, tell my mommy.
Only a couple of minutes later, you will hike up to the Blue Lake before starting a very long descent to the finishing line.
If you ask me, I am fine. Got no money on my mind.
So guys, it is the next day, and as you can see, we are well rested from the crossing. Currently we are at Lake Taupo, so that's the waves in the back you might hear, so we hope you can hear us well.
So as already mentioned, we did the Tongariro Alpine Crossing yesterday, and overall it has been a fantastic experience, really. I mean, it's a struggle to get up there, of course, you sweat a lot, but the view, the lakes up there, it's very rewarding. You have to do it if you can, of course.
Yeah, and the views are spectacular. It's like you're on moon, and we only ever encountered such a scenery in Iceland. So if you are here, it is definitely worth coming to the Alpine Crossing.
So how did we get there, and what's the process like? Well, actually, we planned to drive with our camper van in front of the Tongariro crossing, like to park in a free campsite there. But because of the weather, we had to do the hike earlier, which was a great idea because today the Alpine Crossing is closed because of the weather conditions. So we are very happy that we could do it yesterday.
Yeah, and this is thanks to the visitor center here in Taupo. So when we arrived in Taupo, we headed straight to the visitor center, and she said that we actually wanted to do it today, and she told us the weather yesterday is much better than the weather from today, and today we couldn't have to do it. So it is a very good idea to head to the visitor center here in Taupo as soon as you arrive.
Yeah, so when we arrived, we went there and we immediately decided to book a transfer here from Lake Taupo. And it was 70 New Zealand dollar per person, which is quite pricey, but we thought we will do it nonetheless. So yesterday morning we got up at 4:45 in the morning, which was quite an early start.
Yeah.
And someone from the Tongariro expedition picked us up at our campsite at 5:10.
And after we got picked up, we drove to the coach, and the coach drove us to the start of the crossing. And from there it's just walking for 19.4 kilometers. They say on the internet you find that it takes roughly 6 to 8 hours, and the bus driver told that it takes 5 to 7 hours, and in the end we had 6 hours for the whole crossing with a little break, eating lunch, so all in all we were quite average.
Yeah, and just to let you know, in the past they used to call it Tongariro Crossing, and now they added the word Alpine in the middle, so that people know that it's a really hard hike. Actually, it's not just a stroll
around. It is literally a hike. So be prepared for a hike when you want to do the Alpine Crossing.
Yeah, it's a very hard. It was a very hard day, but in the end it was, as I said, very rewarding.
Yeah, definitely. And after the hike, we got picked up from the end point and drove back to Taupo. So the process is really simple, well organized, and we would recommend doing it. The company, we didn't choose it, but the visitor centers booked it for us, was Tongariro Expeditions, exactly. And yeah, we can highly recommend them if you want to book it yourself.
Yeah, and just hop in a hot pool after the hike and you will be fine.
Yeah, and actually we aren't really that sore, maybe a little bit of things that you feel afterwards, but otherwise we are pretty much okay.
Fine. Yes.
Yeah. So guys, that was the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. As we said, highly recommend doing it.
Definitely.
And yeah, that's the end of our video. We will leave Taupo. We didn't have much time here, but it's time to head south because we need to catch our ferry in Wellington. So the next time you will see us is in Wellington. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us to spread our video, and we really hope a lot of people want to watch it. And if you want to see more from Wellington or the South Island, subscribe to the channel because more content will follow. And yeah, see you in the next one.
Bye.